There are a few new updates to Google Meet that we are going to go over in this tutorial. Let's generate a Google Meet from our Gmail and explore some of these new features. If you missed the presentation or the video about how to create a Google Meet, I will leave a link to that tutorial in the description box. I'm in my email and I'm going to go to the middle of my page and select new meeting. This is going to bring up a new code that you can share with colleagues and staff. You can embed this into a Google Doc or a Google Slide or compose an email and insert the link that way. I'm going to hit join now for demo purposes, and we're going to go over some of the host controls and new views. Before we even get into the Meet, there are some new features that we see right away. One of them is the Google Meet attendance integration feature. We see here my class list has already popped up. This is a continuous recording. It will count how many times a student enters or leaves a Google Meet. We can clear these fields here so that when we start a new presentation or a new Meet, we don't have the same class list from a previous class. So Google Meet will ask me if I'm sure. I'm sure. We can go over to the settings tab as well, and we can see here that there are some settings for how often we want to check the attendance and how we want our reports to go. I'm going to check my attendance every minute. You can elect to keep it 10 seconds, you can do 20 or 30, and you can generate a report both as an HTML file or a CSV file. So you use the one that's right for you. Remember, CSV stands for comma separated value, and it will export into an Excel file. And you can have it auto save, and you can have the message hidden every 10 seconds. You can customize that as well. Okay. So once that is there, you can X out of there, and whenever you close out the Google Meet, the class list will reappear. I'm going to show you here, the bottom right-hand corner is the background blur feature. This is a good feature to have. Sometimes we all get distracted by other people's backgrounds. So when we turn on the Google Meet background blur option, we can see here that the background is blurred out and we can see only the speaker. It is important to note, though, that it does create a little bit of a lag, so use this when it's completely necessary. And now we can join our Meet. I'm going to turn off my camera, and again you can see that our Google Meet attendance is being taken. This automatically pops up at the beginning of a Meet. We can close out this dialog box, and this green check mark over here will hide that attendance. Over here on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen are my host controls. When I click on my host controls, we can see a few default options have been enabled. One of them is quick access. So quick access works just like your traditional Google Meet. When you enter your Meet, all of your students or all your participants are granted immediate access. By turning this off, that disables that feature, and now your participants will have to knock and you have to admit entry manually. This is a good feature for a number of reasons, including late attendance or outside attendees trying to enter your classroom generated or nicknamed meets. We also have the default settings to allow everyone to share their screen. If we do not want this feature, if we only want our host to be able to share their screen, you can uncheck this and gray it out, and now our participants will not be able to share their screen. We also have the default setting to keep the chat open If for some reason you want to disable your chat so that your students are not allowed to send messages to one another, you can gray that out as well. And now your chat will be disabled.